I'm a press officer, but at war everyone indeed must learn constantly, because you don't know what competence will save a life. I tell the soldiers, teach me to operate the APC. They say, no, it's expensive to teach you.
Press officer of the 95th Separate Air Assault Brigade, Katerina, is now accompanying journalists to the hottest spots in the Donetsk region. She has known what a military uniform, weapons and constant risks to life are since 2014. The servicewoman has a background in both volunteering and participation in hostilities. You say you were a riflewoman with a weapon in your hands?
Yes, we had a position called ground. We held the Sky position. Sky, I think everyone in the army knows about it. It was in Pisky village, the tower from where our volunteer soldiers adjusted the fire. At that moment when I was there in autumn 2014, the 93rd Brigade was there and we adjusted their fire. My position was near this tower. We defended it because the sabotage groups of the Russians were constantly trying to enter it. The snipers were shooting at us.
Combat experience helps in work, says Katerina, and she is ready to share it with her colleagues. 23-year-old Valeria has been serving in the armed forces of Ukraine for 3 years now. She says that all of her family are serving in the army. The girl also works in the press service of the Air Assault Brigade. She says it is a very big responsibility to show off the work of her brothers in arms. She often goes to the front lines. Sometimes this requires walking several kilometers, at the same time without becoming a target of a Russian attack drone or artillery.
Faith in the soldiers and our victory helps not to stop. You know, I'm not afraid. I understand how it can be, what can be. I'm not worried about myself. I'm worried about the guys who are going to the front line and who are there. I'm worried about the journalists I'm leading here. I think about myself last.
With the press officer of the 28th Separate Mechanized Brigade named under the Knights of the Winter Campaign, Yevhen, our film crew visited the first line of infantry defense, and the serviceman already has hundreds of such work trips. How many situations in your life have you been on the verge of?
Well, I don't know. During these 4 years, I can't even count them. Everything is in comparison. Once it happened, when they fired at us from a helicopter with unguided missiles and bombs with high explosive warheads, FAB, threw at us all sorts of things. But this is nothing because we were on the move. But the people who are sitting in the trenches, they endure it all.
Often on the verge of life and death, aware of all the risks, they still try to take unforgettable photos of the work of their brothers and sisters in arms.
I have a position as a photojournalist. In addition to how to get journalists out, I'm also thinking about how to take a good shot. There was such a situation, such a level of adrenaline rose. You run, you don't think about yourself, you want everything to be fine with the guys and to take a good photo. This is such a professional deformation. It was before the army. A BM-21 Grad hit nearby and I thought, now there will be another strike and I'll be able to take a photo of the shells explosions. And then I think, are you stupid? It'll hit now.
Press officers of combat brigades say that they try to ignore fatigue, but the worst thing about their work is...
The worst thing is to call journalists and ask them not to publish the story because the person is already gone, the hero of this material. Wait a little so that at least his parents know that he was killed. Then you can add to that story, for example, that he was killed at the front. This is very difficult. But fatigue driving under enemy fire is already commonplace.
Even many years of experience of journalism takes on a different character at the front line. Along an impassable road, they deliver their colleagues to the firing positions of Ukrainian defenders, possess shooting skills and are ready to engage in battle with the enemy at any moment. Reported by Alena Hramova, Pavlo Shtelmach, UATV News.